Right, welcome back, guys. Just having another wee update here, a wee look at the coin market cap in the world of crypto here. See what happened over the Easter weekend. So happy Easter Monday. I hope you can hear me now. I think there was an issue with my mic over the weekend, and I think it was hard to hear, I believe. So hopefully you can hear me now. So anyway, having a nice wee look at this sea of green here coming through on Monday morning. So a nice wee wake up to this. I've noticed this is coming up another 2 points, so we're nearly at this 2 trillion mark. Now this is going to be similar to the charts where you've got the resistance of support. I think that this will be a big psychological level, this 2 trillion. I don't think we've quite went over it. I think possibly one of the other exchanges, maybe CoinGecko, went over the 2 trillion at the weekend, but I keep an eye on this coin market cap and it's not yet went over. I think it was 1.98 on Saturday. So I think once we break this, I mean, it's not a matter of if, we definitely will break this $2 trillion mark. And then hopefully then this will act as support and it'll not drop back down. So yeah, not a massive amount of gains from Bitcoin. Ethereum's starting to slow down now, but look at this with the Binance coin. It's not done anything for a wee while. I bought it around about the $100. It's just taken off. I've noticed this one, and now I don't think what I'm thinking with this Binance coin, I don't know if you noticed over the weekend with this war, this was there, whatever, however you pronounce it. Look at the gains here. This was up at almost 1,000% of the weekends here in gains. It's just unbelievable. But I think what's causing the Binance gains, possibly in my mind, is here. It's here. Was there X is owned by Binance, so I think this is helping here. Now, if you've read in previous articles that India's tried to ban Bitcoin 4 times, I think now, that they won't ever ban it. It's not centralized, it's a decentralized entity. There's not one institution can ban this, because how can you ban something like this? It's not held to a bank, it's not held to a government, decentralized. So they're having a laugh here, I think. Bitcoin in India, believe it or not, is actually changing hands for more money. I think it's up maybe about the 70,000 dollars in India. So this one here. Now the first I've heard of it was just at the weekend there with these phenomenal gains, but they are one of the biggest exchanges in India in terms of liquidity and trading volumes, as you'll read there in this news channel. Now, when they mention liquidity, this is like with market makers, market takers. What you want to do, especially on the leverage trading, you want to be trading on an exchange with most amount of liquidity, because if there's not enough liquidity, the price could drop dramatically, even more than these exchanges with the most amount of liquidity. So when you're seeing these volumes up and down daily, this is what you want. You want all this. So if that price drops, ultimately these long positions that are sitting here, these limit orders could catch it and stop it wicking right down. So if you notice some of the smaller exchanges, I don't tend to use them. I only use Bybit, or you can use KuCoin or Binance for future trading, and they've got all three are big on liquidity, the biggest liquidity platforms out there. So the only thing with Bybit, I think it's very good to use, but you've got to watch these funding rates. These funding rates can go up to 0.3, and that's every 8 hours. It changes every 8 hours, so it's 3 times every 24-hour period. And when it gets up to say 0.3, I mean, that's a massive amount out of your profit there and your funding rate. So you need to watch that in your profit and loss figures. But a very good platform to use. I use this quite a lot. In fact, to be honest, I've had to stop it now because I'm in the UK, and the UK have stopped I think it's Financial Conduct Authority, or one of these regulator bodies. I've put a stop to it, but I'm going in the process of setting up a VPN so that I can use this again. And I've noticed now as well, you can now trade ADA, Cardano, Polkadot, Uniswap, Litecoin, and Chainlink, which you didn't used to. That's just a recent thing they've added that, so this is now becoming more and more popular. So again, more liquidity come onto this exchange. So yeah, good on for this Binance, and with this here again, any news is good news as far as I can see on the crypto space. Get more mainstream media onto these cryptos, and you're going to see this total market cap ramping right up. So yeah, good news on that. Now you can flick between the 24 hours and or you can flick between the market caps, the volumes, the circulating supply, whatever you want to look at. But yeah, massive gains on this one. I had a wee look at the trading view for some of these. Maybe we'll just have a wee WRX on this. Wait till you have a WRX. You'll see the gains I'm talking about on this. Phenomenal. I mean, when you look at this, I always try to keep an eye on this with the market Cipher. I use TradingView on the free subscription along with the market Cipher, because I don't think it's, in my mind, worth paying the for the TradingView. You do get more indicators and various other tools, but I think if you've got it on with market Cipher and the Fibzia, this is these support lines, these different colours, and if you notice that they do like to stick to these support levels. They do respect them quite a lot, especially on the lower time frames. You'll see that it'll run along these channels, or if it's dipping, it'll bounce off. So it's good on leverage trading when you know you've got a bit of a support level there. But when you look at some of these ones, you'll find that they do typically retrace back down. They will retrace back down to these. They're not going to continue to go up at these rates forever, as you'll know. Oh, what did I do there? I'm trying to get a... Oh, let's have a wee look here. What these... Oh, wait to have a wee look, guys. I just need to zoom out a wee bit here. From this low up to the wick, 348%, or to the body, 240%. Some gains over just from, say, for that was from yesterday to last night, so not even 12 hours, and you're getting 300% gains. Some of them you can't trade on the futures, but you can just do spot trading, spot buying, should I say, sorry. And if you invested at this sort of level, $1.05 up to 5, or even if you got out, what you've got to, if you, just in case you're wondering, guys, with these wicks and how they get in here, right, and how you can trade, and you wonder how this happens. This is bots that are doing this a lot of the time. If you look at, say, KuCoin, they've got bots for bot trading, and they open and close trades automatically going by trends. So they've got all this programmed into them to look out for, like, this money flow cross and all these levels and your 20-day moving average and where it's going to bounce off, and they keep an eye on this, obviously, just automatically through a computer. So a lot of this is bot trading, so you might see that there's no way of catching this on your own. Even if you were to sit and watch this, say you had a trade open and you were waiting for the highest point up at 6.7, if you were to try and sell there, it's almost impossible, because the bots will do that automatically. When you see the volume slowing down, they'll automatically close that, and that's where they get these long wicks. Same on the down position, they're catching it at the bottom. Almost impossible. I tried to buy this Alice token the other day when it was first announced, and it was coming on the market at 6 o'clock in the morning on Binance, and it was opening up about 10 cents. I bought it as soon as it opened, and it was like $14, because these bots will catch it quicker. A bit unfair, yes, and a bit of manipulation, but hey ho, we have to put up with it. So just one to watch, guys. One of the other things I was looking at, there was not much new information coming out other than what we'd spoke about the other day in the video. That was just the biggest one, with the big gains on that one over the weekend. I mean, to catch these would be amazing, but you just need to keep watching the news. That's all I do. If you're not interested in doing the trading and you want to if you're just in it for the staking or the farming or the interest, these ones, I always recommend the ones that I'm personally using because I know the most. I know it the best. I don't know KuCoin or a few of the other exchanges. Femex, I think Femex is quite similar to Bybit. You can use more. You can trade more of the altcoins on them. I use Crypto.com for staking. I use Nexo, which I've explained before in the past, and also Binance. You're getting guaranteed rates of interest here. With this supercharge as well, I did this for this engine coin, and when they opened that on a 45-day supercharge, what they call, you're getting 22%, and it's coming down the more popular this is becoming. And then you can trade this for the trades the Crow coin into the engine coin. Crow itself is actually doing quite well, but these exchanges are going to they're going to go way more, 4 or 5x I would say, on this bull market, where you've got Crypto.com, you can get the interest, you can buy their own coin, and also you've got a card that you're getting cash back on normal spends. Same with Nexo. Swissborg, I don't believe you've got your own. You've not got your card for spending. I don't believe anyway. But you can stake, get interest on some of the coins, Bitcoin, various other coins, and also the Swissborg coin itself, which I think's doubled in recent weeks. So I would recommend Bybit for exchanging, leverage trading on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and for various other ones on the futures I would use, or I do use, Binance. But if you look at some of these rates that you're getting on for guaranteed daily interest, and this is paid daily, guys, as well, which you don't get in banks. You're getting up to 8.6% here on, say, Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's also yield.com where you're getting, I believe you get up to 20% on Ethereum, but you have to hold a certain amount of yield token, possibly like $50,000 worth, so not for your everyday investor, but again, it's got the options here. Nexo's the same. You're getting up to 12% interest on stable coins, providing you hold at least 10% of your portfolio in Nexo tokens, which is not a bad thing because Nexo's also going up, and it will go up more. I think the market cap's about 1.5 billion, so it's definitely going to go way more than that in this bull market. And if you compare, I was looking at this the other day, guys. Now, look at the interest rates you're getting in this from the traditional banks, and this is competitive. This is laughable, and you're getting this yearly. Now, with current inflation could be 4% a year, and you're getting this pitiful amount, 0.45. This is less than inflation. So you hold money in the bank, after a year it's worth less. Now, I read an article the other day there that if you were a millionaire, if you had $1 million 5 years ago, in today's money, you would need to have 5 million to be the equivalent of 1 million 5 years ago because of inflation and price increases. So you imagine you keep your money in the bank and this is what you're getting. It's absolutely ridiculous, and believe majority of people, the 99% of the population, have this money sitting in these accounts rather than in crypto. But this will change once it becomes more mainstream, more adoption. There's only about 2% of the world's population involved in crypto, so this is definitely going to go more mainstream. It's not going to do away with fiat currency because you still will need it in your day-to-day lives, but it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. And also I was reading the other day about sorry this is a bit long-winded, guys, but I sometimes go off on a bit of a tangent here when I'm looking at something here. Now when they're talking about the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, now the reason I mention this is because of this, where people are putting their money. Now money flows in the direction it flows in the same direction as the momentum's going. Okay, so what I'm meaning by this is that when you hold money, now money goes to whoever looks after it the most. Okay, so, or whoever whoever trying to think here. Whoever values it the most, sorry, that's the word there. I lost my words there. Whoever values it the most. So if you value it the most, meaning if you're holding on to the money and you're making the money work for you, and wait till I just have a wee look at this. Just keep it on that page, guys, so you can see it. So if you hold your money, look after your money, invest in wise things such as assets. If you're staking your money in the crypto for staking, farming, the fixed interest, you're getting the daily interest, compounding interest, so that money's working for you. So therefore, you're going to build up a nice wee portfolio where it's going to keep earning money, whether you're awake, whether you're sleeping, whether you're lying on a beach somewhere. That money is making money. So when money flows to those who respects it the most, this is how wealthy people maintain their wealth and increase their wealth. Where someone that's careless with their money, they're not looking after their money, so their money will leave them, because they'll just be buying on, say, things like the latest TV, the latest phone, the latest clothes, whatever you want. So therefore, money will be ultimately leave them and go to the rich, because the rich will look after the money. They're the ones that will receive money. They'll receive the money from the poor, from what they're buying, and what they're, if they're say, let's say for instance, you've got a poor person that earns their wages every month, and they spend some of their money on Amazon. Where is that money going? It's going to Jeff Bezos, one of the richest people in the world, because he's set up this business. He's not going out physically working for that money. He's just set up that site. Amazon don't own anything, same as Facebook don't own anything, and Twitter don't own anything. It's just on their platforms, and that's what's generating their income. So whether Jeff is on his yacht, or he's sitting in his house, or driving his car, he's still earning that money. He's taking the money from the poor, and he's keeping that money, and he's probably investing that money in probably stocks, shares, bonds, crypto, real estate, basically income generating assets. That's where you want to be putting your money. You don't want to be putting into liabilities like your neighbour buys a new car and you buy a better car. The cars are worthless, or not, they're depreciating assets. So yes, I agree on rewarding yourself with something like, say, a car or some nice watch, something like that. But what you want to do is you want to have your passive income earning the money for that liability. So you don't want to go through life earning money and never spend it and just keep it, because that's, you want to reward yourself. That's pointless, earning all that money and just keeping it. So you want to make sure you've got the assets first, the income generating assets first, in order for you to then buy something, treat yourself to something like the latest car, watch, whatever you're interested in. But you want to get the assets first. Sorry, I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but I'm quite passionate about passive income and wealth creation and generation. This is going to be the future of the wealth divide. This is going to be the biggest cause of a divide, is probably crypto. I could probably talk all day on all these subjects, but ultimately this is a crypto channel, and I want to try and keep it as crypto as possible. But if you do want me to talk more about these things like wealth creation and passive incomes, and where to keep your money, where to spend your money, I'm very passionate about this, and I could talk all day about it, but only if you guys are wanting to listen to it. I mean, I could ramble on all day and you're maybe not interested, so please let me know. Send me a comment. I'm happy to reply. I'll make a video on that. I do obviously want to make good content for my listeners. I want this channel to do well. I'm going to try and dedicate as much time as I can to this channel, but I need for it to be good content for my listeners. So if you can drop me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, a like, that would be great, guys. So but yeah, so just keep an eye on the markets, and we'll see how we go here. But just remember that if you're going to be trading these assets, just remember, guys, they're very volatile. Yes, they'll go up through time, but it's not going to make you an instant millionaire like some people might make out. You know, it takes a bit of time to research some of these coins. I mean, I could go into depth on some of these coins, but I don't really want to bore you unless you're interested in something in particular. I know everyone's interested in all different coins and tokens here, and I don't really want to be reading word for word on all these sites unless there's something in particular you want to know, and I can do a wee bit of research. But these gains here are not easy to find. They're definitely not easy to find, and if you think that you're going to get one of these every day, you know, you're looking at the wrong thing here. Yes, that would be amazing, and it's nice to see gains like that, but you've got to diversify a bit of your portfolio. If you can hold maybe 10 different coins, even 10, £20, $20 on each one of them, that you're diversifying, so there's a good chance, there's a better chance you'll get one of these gains. So but yeah, guys, that's it. So yeah, just let me know if there's any topics you want me to talk about. If you want me to talk about portfolio building or asset management or wealth creation, I'm here and I'm happy to talk about it. So yeah, just let me know, and I hope my mic has been better this week. I try and keep my background noise down because my kids are in the house and they do like to shout at each other, so I do like to try and keep that down and make my voice as clear as possible. So yeah, so thanks for bearing with me, guys, and I'll speak to you later. Bye now.